Hello, hello. Okay, I have something so crazy to share with you guys. So, a lot of you probably don't know this, but I recently was in a car accident, and in this car accident, I nearly died. It was a T-bone on the driver's side, and I actually broke my femur and was hospitalized for 2 weeks, and I'm still recovering and going to physio. But luckily, I can still walk. Yes, I'm so blessed. I'm blessed to be alive, honestly, because if you would have seen it, you would have just thought I didn't make it. So very, very blessed. But this is the crazy part. This was all basically predicted. So me and my mom both have our own sixth sense. Mine's more related to intuition and like dreams. And hers is more she can see like feelings when something really bad's gonna happen. So what ended up happening is my mom likes to play with tarot cards, and so do I. She's not professional with it or anything, but it's just something we always found fun. And we're both kind of spiritual people. So she did a tarot card reading on me, and like I asked about a boy, I asked about a career, and I asked about Lyme disease because I have Lyme disease, and I was basically wondering if it was gonna kill me or not. And so all the answers about my career were basically good. It was saying how, you're going to get everything you want, possibly gave up on something too soon to pick it back up. Then I also had something to do with the boy said, let him go. So I let him go. And it definitely was the right decision. And then my health, the card came up and it said, you're going to have to pay close attention to a sickness or injury. And I honestly just thought it had to do with Lyme disease, wouldn't you? You're asking about it. And then as well as something in there said something about a new car, and something said cancel trip plans. I didn't think too much into it. I just was already on a trip, visiting my mom, so I just thought like the rest of the trip maybe was gonna get canceled, or like my future trip, I was supposed to go to the Maldives, maybe that was gonna get canceled, which it did. But anyways, I had done this reading, everything was good for what I thought, and I was about to leave, and I go to hug my mom, bye, and she starts crying, and I automatically just assume like, well, she's gonna miss me. And we live in different provinces, and she's actually lived with me for years, on and off. So I just thought, this lady's gonna miss me. So I was like, Mom, I love you, bye. Sure enough, not even like half an hour later, I get these power texts to my phone, and I'm like, what the heck? And my girlfriend who's with me at the time, like, this is creeping me out. Like, why is she saying this stuff to me? And my mom's literally just like, I had this feeling before I seen Paws, which was our cat, for the very last time. Something really, really bad's gonna happen. Are you sure you gotta leave? Be careful, blah, 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 like going off. And I do still have the messages. Um, and I was like, holy crap, like my mom's creeping me out right now. Didn't take her like overly seriously. And kind of wrote it off. And then I was staying at my cousin's before I left, and that night I ended up having a dream. And in my dream, I was like messed up, and I'm on my way to the hospital. And I woke up in the morning, didn't think too much of it because I was literally going the opposite way than I would have if I was to leave the city. I would have been going this way. The ambulance was going this way back to where I was, and I said, well, that doesn't even make sense. And if it is, it's for a future date. I don't gotta worry about it and think too much about it after that. Then my trip plans got canceled. My girlfriend and my buddy that both lived in Kamloops both bailed on me. So I was like, hey, this is a sign. I just gotta go home. And it was actually Canada Day the next day. And my cousin said, you should stay. And I was like, no, I just gotta go home, get back to the gym, and go see my dogs. And so I just wanna come home and work. And that's what I did. I ended up leaving that morning, Canada Day morning, still keeping in the back of my head. My mom kind of creeped me out. It was in the back of my head. So I thought I was driving carefully. Like it was raining for a bit, and I was driving safe, everything like that. And sure enough, I wasn't driving safe enough, I guess. Anyways, I ended up getting in this accident. I ended up getting T-boned, and it didn't really hit me until I was in the ambulance, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the exact deja vu of what I had in my dream. And I was going back towards Kamloops, and it didn't make sense at the time, and I wrote it off because I had to go this way to Grand Prairie. And what was really happening was that the hospital I needed to go to was in Kamloops, so I did end up having to go that way. So it all made sense after, and yeah, it was just so creepy. This another creepy thing that happened actually when I was about to get on the highway, right where the accident happened, it was when I was turning onto the highway, I had this little voice in my head tell me, don't put your leg up, because normally I put my leg up like this and it leans against the door. And something told me, don't do that until you get on the highway. And so I never got on the highway. I never pulled my leg up. I'm pretty sure I would have died if my leg was up, because the way that my femur would have broke and pushed in, it would have killed me for sure. So intuition, strong as hell on my mom's side. My side, I definitely had signs within my dream and like little voice in my head telling me not to do that. But obviously it was like it was meant to happen, because it still didn't stop it from happening. And those canceled trip plans actually pushed me to leave sooner, because I thought back, oh, this was in my tarot card readings. So yeah, now though, I don't know how I feel about tarot cards, to be honest. I don't know if that was like the spiritual world warning me, or if it actually put me in harm's way, like it put that in my life. Like, I don't know, because my ex-boyfriend told me that it's spirits, and they could be good or bad, giving you that reading, so they could put that into your life. So I'm a little scared of tarot cards now, I'm not gonna lie, but I've done them through my whole life, and they kind of have always been correct about stuff. But I just don't know now, because apparently the only person you should be speaking to is God. I'm definitely not a Christian. I'm just consider myself spiritual. I don't personally know what I believe, but that's one of my stories. Thought I would share that with you guys, because it is pretty crazy. I think that we all should be awoke and be spiritual and look into everything, question everything. I feel like I'd be naive to say anything was real and anything was not real. We just don't know. So that's my story. Thought I'd share that with you guys. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, thanks guys. See you next time.